Have you been disputing with collection companies and a lot of your letters have not been getting the response that you expect? Have you not been getting any removals off of your credit report by you disputing and leveraging some of those letters that you've been using? In today's video, we're going to be going over this topic. We'll be discussing what you can do to actually help you get over that hump so that you can start removing those negative derogatory accounts off of your credit report. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kenny Johnson. I am a credit specialist located here in Montreal, Quebec. My business helps Canadians dispute and remove negative derogatory accounts off of their credit report. If you need assistance, you can always email us info@kennyjohnsonuniversity.com, and we will be happy to hop on a call and see what we can do to help you out. So to get into the topic, a lot of you guys are using letters from ChatGPT. And that's one of the biggest issues, the most common issues that I see. You're either using ChatGPT or Google to use dispute letters. And furthermore, a lot of you guys are using American laws to dispute and remove those accounts. You may have initial success, very minimal success, but you're not going to have the success that you're actually looking for, because what you're really looking for is getting proof of debt and trying to get a lot of those collection accounts removed off of your credit report. Maybe you have some frivolous inquiries on your credit report that you're also looking to get removed as well. But you need to understand that here in Canada, we work at a provincial level. So each province has its own consumer laws that protect you as a consumer. So that's different from in the United States, to where it works at a federal level. That for the most part, all states, they have certain laws to protect them. But here in Canada, it works from province to province. So if I live in Quebec, which I do, that's going to be completely different from someone that lives in Ontario or someone that lives in BC. Those are, again, completely different laws. Now, a lot of the laws are similar, but the issue is when you're sending disputes, you're having your address on this letter and you're leveraging these laws don't match up with the address that you have at the top of the letter. So let's just say, for example, you're going to ChatGPT and you're getting these dispute letters that are really based in the United States, but at the top left of your letter, it says Bob located in BC, right? And we also need to understand that there are 40 million Canadians. A lot of us have issues and mistakes or inaccurate information on our credit report. So a lot of people are disputing with the credit bureaus. So a lot of the credit bureaus are seeing the same disputes. You guys are going on the internet, just copying the same disputes. You have to understand that they see these disputes every single day. So they know when someone is just sending a letter that they've gotten off of ChatGPT or Google. All right. Your letter needs to be personalized to your situation. And the way that it can be personalized is by you understanding that everyone's credit report is completely different. If you were to look at the next person's credit report and compare it to yours, you would see that that profile is completely different. It needs to be customized to you. In the beginning, you don't need to leverage a bunch of different consumer laws. You could simply state your claim, state the accounts that you're disputing, and the reason on why you're disputing. So, for example, if I went to a dealership and I had a bunch of inquiries that I did not authorize, okay, because as you guys should hopefully know at this point, when you go into a dealership, you may have a preferred bank that you want them to pull from, right? So I would let that dealership know, hey, only pull from Scotiabank. And sometimes they won't follow through or listen to me saying that. They may go and pull from all their partners. I may have 20 inquiries after I go to that dealership. Well, in this situation, you can leverage this with Equifax and TransUnion. Okay, you could inform them that you authorize the dealership to only pull from Scotiabank, and that all of these other inquiries you did not authorize. So these are unauthorized inquiries. So that right there is just a personalized letter on how you can dispute and remove those inquiries. But you guys are pulling letters off of ChatGPT or Google that has nothing to do with your situation, and you're just throwing a bunch of stuff into these templates, hoping and praying and crossing your fingers that it's going to work. But when you're disputing, it needs to be personalized to your situation, because everyone's situation is different. Okay, if you have a collection account, you may have a collection account and you probably have reached out to the collection company asking for proof of debt and they have not gotten back to you. You can explain this to Equifax or TransUnion. Hey, I reached out to ABC Collection Company. I don't recognize this collection account. I've tried reaching out to them. They have not gotten back to me. I've requested proof of debt multiple times. You can attach proof to that documentation. You can do all these things. All of this is a personalized way of disputing. And as you have noticed so far in this video, I haven't mentioned one consumer law. I haven't mentioned one consumer law. All I've done so far was talk about a personalized situation. But if you're just pulling templates off of the internet, you're not going to get anywhere. Okay. That's why a lot of you guys run into a brick wall and you may send 3 disputes, 2 disputes, and then you stop somewhere along that journey. Okay. It's also important that you understand that it took you X amount of years for you to ruin your credit. So for you to expect to fix your credit within a short period of time is also not realistic. Okay. When you're sending disputes, you also need to keep documentation of all the disputes that you're sending. Dispute letter one needs to make sense with dispute letter two. Okay. You can't jump from one topic to a completely different topic in your second dispute. When you are disputing with Equifax and TransUnion, when you get a response letter, you're going to notice that they have a number at the top right of that letter. That is them keeping track of the communication between you and them. So if you're not keeping documentation of the letters that you're sending to the collection companies, to Equifax and TransUnion, then you're behind because they're keeping documentation of the letters that you send to them. And when you're sending letters that do not match up or are not in chronological order, they'll be able to see that in their system as well. And then they can say that your disputes are frivolous. Okay, so your disputes need to make sense. They need to be personalized to your situation. Here, this is what we do at our company. We understand that most people do not have the time to do this. Most people have 9 to 5 jobs. We work with a lot of nurses, a lot of truck drivers, people that don't have the time to do this for themselves. You can dispute on your own, but again, it is a difficult process because it's hard navigating and communicating with collection companies and credit bureaus, especially when a lot of the time you're not getting responses from these companies. If you need assistance, you can send us an email at info@kennyjohnsonuniversity.com. You can also give us a call at 438-803-1002 Monday through Friday, okay, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll be available to help you. And until next time, peace.